You trace the development of the art of war reporting and the development of war correspondence. You were referring to the fact that the first casualty in war is the truth, as I understand. Who said that?
Senator Hiram Johnson, U.S. Senator, 1917. And he's referring to what was about to happen to reporting of the First World War.
You look at the coverage. For example, there was one famous incident which just completely reshaped Western opinion. That was the photograph of the thin man behind the barbed wire. So that was Auschwitz, and we can't have Auschwitz again. So, you know, everyone, the intellectuals went crazy. You know, French were posturing on television and the usual antics. Well, you know, it was investigated and carefully investigated. In fact, it was investigated by the leading Western specialist on the topic, Philip Knightley. He's a highly respected media analyst, and his specialty is photojournalism. He's probably the most famous Western and most respected Western analyst of this. He did a detailed analysis of it, and he determined that it was probably the reporters who were behind the barbed wire, and the place was ugly, but it was a refugee camp. People could leave if they wanted. Right near the thin man, there was a fat man, and so on. Well, you know, there was one tiny newspaper in England, I mean, probably 3 people, called LM, which ran a critique of this. The British, who haven't the slightest concept of freedom of speech, that is total fraud, a major corporation, ITN, big media corporation, had publicized these. So the corporation sued the tiny newspaper for libel.
Most of the Western media. Not only is there no real difference in opinion on foreign policy matters, but even the same phrases are repeated. You see the same pictures with the same captions again and again. The ITN pictures bothered Dykman. Looking at them, one night his wife noticed something. ITN claimed the Bosnian Muslims were imprisoned behind barbed wire. Why, she wondered, was the wire attached on their side of the fence? They could pull out the nails. Dykman smelled a rat. He suspected the photos had been fabricated.